Hello everyone, welcome to my Facebook Live. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth Stamping Corner, and if you've been with me for a while, you know that I go live on Sundays with a special series. We just wrapped up, well, a couple weeks ago, we wrapped up our 12 Weeks of Christmas series, but now I have a new one. This is our Sale-a-Bration Celebration. Anyway, we are going to focus on a new celebration product every week throughout celebration. So until February 27th, I believe, 26th or 27th. And so every week I'll showcase a different celebration product. This week I am showing you the Sunshine and Rainbows DSP, and we'll go into this a little bit more in just a few minutes. But this DSP is my favorite. This is already the third package that I've had to open, and I have more coming to me, 2 more actually coming to me that I ordered yesterday. So this DSP is the best. So I'm going to show you guys this box, but before I do, let me go over just a few things while we wait for everybody to join. This month's Paper Pumpkin, January's Paper Pumpkin, is going to be the Kisses and Hugs kit. This is going to be like a Valentine's love themed kit. So if you want that, make sure that you subscribe by tomorrow. I think tomorrow's the 10th. Subscribe by January 10th. Now, Stampin' Up! Did send an email to subscribers saying that some of the components are going to be a little bit late this month. They do still plan to ship them by the end of the month so that you still have it in time for Valentine's Day. But just be aware that this one will be a little bit longer time between the end of the subscription period and then the time you get it. So keep that in mind. I still think it's going to be a great kit. And then there's also going to be an add-on kit. They don't have that on here. They're little boxes. You can add that on in a separate order in my online store starting the end of January. Right now, if you want to take advantage of all that Paper Pumpkin has to offer and take advantage of all that Celebration has to offer, you can get a prepaid subscription. We have 3, 6, 9, or 3, 6, and 12-month prepaid subscriptions. When you get these prepaid subscriptions, you also earn Celebration benefits with them too, depending on which one you get. The 3-month subscription, you'll get a free $50 product, and then all the way up to the 12-month subscription, when you'll get either two, you either get 4 $50 ones or 2 $100 ones, or, mix that up however you need to do that to get whatever you want. So the Paper Pumpkins are a great kit. I love them. So that's a great way to just maximize on some of your celebration benefits. All right, last couple days to subscribe to my, or not subscribe, but to sign up for my card crate this month. This month I am featuring the Blessings of Home bundle. This is a gorgeous bundle, brand new in the mini catalog. Card crate is a class to go. It will be mailed directly to you, and it is $35. This month I have 4 cards. I'll share those real quick. We are doing lots of Stampin' Blends. This is a really cute card. It's like an easel card, so it'll stand up on somebody's desk like that. We're doing lots of techniques with Stampin' Blends. And so you're going to get supplies for all 4 of those. You're also going to get a PDF, a video, a free gift from me, as well as $20 in product in your kit that you're going to use on the cards. So if you are interested in Card Crate, the last day to RSVP for Card Crate is the 12th. So that's coming up in just a couple of days. So you need to RSVP with payment on the 12th, and then I order all the supplies and I ship them out as soon as I get them. So it's a great, great little class to go if you want to craft on your own at home. All right, so our celebration catalog, let's talk about our mini catalog first. So our mini catalog launched this week, or last week. I don't know, the week starts Sunday, Monday, I don't know. There are so many good things in here. It's so much fun. I love it. So if you are looking for some new, fun, fresh spring products, check out the mini catalog. If you don't have one of these and you're in the United States, you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to mail you one. To send me a message or a text or an email, however you want to get in touch with me. All right, let's talk about Celebration. Celebration is Stampin' Up's biggest promotion of the year. It is the best time of year. Everything in this catalog you can only earn for free. So there are multiple stamp sets. There's a bunch of different stamp sets, and we're probably going to hit all of them over the next few weeks during our celebration. So today we are focusing on this Sunshine and Rainbows DSP, which I mentioned is so much fun. I love this DSP, and I think next week we're going to do the Awesome Otters because they are probably my #1 stamp set. I love that one too. But the great thing about Celebration is, like I said, everything in here is for free. Up until this Awesome Otters, you can earn all of these products free with a $50 order. So that's free stamp sets, free papers that you can earn free with a $50 order. We do have 2 items that you can only earn free with a $100 order. This is a beautiful stamp set and designer series paper bundle. And then we have another larger stamp set, which is just gorgeous. All of these words, I mean, who doesn't need more greetings? I think this is a great one. Now, if you're placing an extremely large order, or you have some friends you want to pull your orders together, if your order is over $300 during celebration, you're going to get this stamp set for free. I know it says host, but it doesn't. You can host a party. I can also open a host code for you. You can ask your friends to order off that host code. But if you have a large order, a large wish list, and you want to get this all on your own, that's fine too. Any order over $300 will qualify for this stamp set. It is gorgeous. I cannot wait to use it. And then finally, our last part of celebration, the last little piece that is really the best deal of all of them, is to join my team. When you join Stampin' Up, you become a demonstrator. You get a discount on products. You get to see products early. You get to pre-order products early. The benefits are pretty endless to what you can do as a demonstrator. You get to join this amazing crafting community. Now, it does not mean that you have to sell. You do not have to sell. Most of the people on my team don't sell. They just purchase for themselves and enjoy a pretty nice discount on their purchases. And so they save a little bit of money, which means you can order more. But the best part of joining during celebration is all the extra free stuff you get. Now, when you join, it is $99. You get to choose 125 in product. Now, that's product that you choose. It can be cardstock, stamp sets, dies, punches, markers, whatever you want. Products that you need and you want. So, 125 in product. $99 is what you pay. You also get free shipping, so you're only paying tax on that $99. Now, when you join during celebration, the extra benefit you get is 2 free stamp sets. So you can choose any 2 stamp sets from our mini catalog or our annual catalog. The only exceptions are host stamp sets and celebration stamp sets. You can't pick stamp sets out of this brochure to get for free with your kit. You can pick any other stamp sets. Make sure, because you're getting them for free, make sure they're the most expensive stamp sets that you want so that you can get them for free. So 125 in product, you're paying $99. You're getting free shipping. You get 2 free stamp sets. You also get a free paper pumpkin in your kit. So your kit value is up to about $200 at that point, and you're only paying $99. So it's a great, great deal. And then you get a discount, you get to join my team. It's a fantastic deal. I'd love to have you. If you want to talk more about this, please message me. I'd love to share more with you about this amazing opportunity. All right, let's get to the project we're going to make today. Now, if you do want to place an order, earn some of those celebration products, use this host code, head to my online store, use this host code. All orders will receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. When your order is $50 more, you're going to earn celebration products, and I'm going to send you a make and take kit to coordinate with that PDF. All right, this is the box we're making today. It is so cute. Now, it looks like a pretty simple box, but you guys, I'm about to blow your mind. Ready? So we're going to open up the box, and the treat lifts out just like magic. Isn't that so much fun? Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. I have a little magnet closure here, and I love this box. I have been playing with this box for a couple of days. It's so much fun. Now I know it looks a little intimidating, but I'm going to break it down. It's actually pretty easy to make, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. I do want to give credit real quick. This box was inspired by Julie Dimatteo. She's a fellow Stampin' Up demonstrator, and she made a box like this. I changed the measurements a little bit just to fit my little treat here. We're using a little Reese's heart, but the box mechanism was inspired by her. So I want to make sure that I do that. I always want to give credit. Now, what I have inside my box, I have to pull it out. I have these little Reese's little peanut butter hearts. You can do this for Valentine's Day. I think these little hearts are perfect anytime though. So this is what we're going to make. Isn't it adorable? It's so much fun. So we're going to focus on this DSP. Let me share this Sunshine and Rainbows DSP with you. It is so gorgeous. This is one of my favorite patterns. You love that. So we'll go through the patterns real quick. And the backs. Oh, you guys, this paper, it's so me. I love bright colors. I love rainbows. So this is just the best little bundle for me. I just love it. So this paper is pretty spectacular. You get a lot of it, which, you know, I've gone through so much of it, so it makes it a little like, what have you been doing? This sheet, I love. We have a new cloud punch in the mini catalog that will actually punch out all of these clouds. Fantastic, and you get a ton of those, so think of how many rainbows you can make with those. And this side is so cute. This little rainbow piece, hello, can we just like wallpaper my room in this? This paper I love too. Now, these little rainbows might look a little bit familiar. this one. Look at this one. You can either fussy cut these, or you can die cut it with this die. And we're going to go into this bundle in just a second. This die will actually die cut these, this rainbow. It'll cut them into 4 different pieces, 4 different arches. It won't cut the outside. It'll just cut all the little arches, but then you can just put them together however you want. So great, great, great little pattern. And then this is my favorite pattern in the whole stack. I just love this one. All right, so that is all of the DSP, isn't it? It's gorgeous, isn't it? Probably my favorite DSP we've ever offered, which is why I am stocking up on it. Okay, so it also coordinates with the Rainbow of Happiness bundle. This is in the mini catalog. Now, I've used this bundle a ton. If you follow me on my blog, I have shared so many things on my blog. So let me just show you guys what I've made now. So this uses the paper and those and the bundle. It's so cute. I've shared these on my blog. And then this one, also the paper and the bundle. So if you get the bundle, if you get this bundle, I really feel like you have to get that paper to go with it. The paper will stand alone on its own, but if you get the bundle, I feel like you really need that bundle as well. This is a card we made yesterday at my class. This is a little pocket card. Isn't that cute? So we have the paper and the stamp set. Now these two I made just with the bundle alone. I didn't use the DSP on these, but you can see how versatile that bundle is and just how amazing that DSP is. So you can see I've played a lot with it. So we're actually using the entire bundle today too. So when you get this, you got to add on that DSP. All right, so let's make our box. I know I've talked a lot. Let's get to our box. The first thing we're going to do is make our box. We're going to score our box, and you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 7.5 by 5.5. So you can get 2 of these out of one sheet of cardstock. So 7.5 by 5.5. On the long side, we are going to score at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 1/4, and 7. Now all of these measurements will be in the video description, and they'll be on my blog later. So you can check all that out later. All right, so on the 5.5 inch side, we're going to score at 1 1/4, 3, and at 4 3/4. All right, so that is our basic box scoring. We're going to put that aside. You do need one more piece of cardstock for the little, I'm calling it a shelf, for the little shelf that pops up out here. So this is this piece. So we're going to score this piece. This is 4 7/8 by 3 1/4. So on the long side, we're going to score it at 1 5/8 and at 3 1/4. Then on the short side, we're going to score it at 1 5/8. Okay, that is all of the scoring. Let me put my scoring tool out of the way. And we're going to bring in our pieces. We're going to start with our box. This one, the trimming is a little bit more self-explanatory on this box. This is just a basic box. You can just make this box and give it away to people. All right. This color that I'm using, I don't think I mentioned, this is Mango Melody. I love Mango Melody. This is probably one of my favorite oranges. All right. Now, you have a 1/2 inch side over here. There's a little 1/2 inch score line over here. This is what we're going to use to glue our box. There's a shorter, up here there's shorter tabs, and then there's longer tabs. The shorter area is our top of the box. This is going to fold over. So this is going to be our bottom. So let's start with our bottom. And I'm going to cut straight. So with my 1/2 inch tab on the left, I'm going to cut straight up this first score line. And then I'm going to notch in on this one right here. I'm going to take out that little, just a little notch. This is going to be like our inside piece. And then cut straight up on the next one. And cut straight. And then we're going to notch in this little piece. And we're going to notch in right here. And we're just going to take out this little 1/2 inch piece. Just give that little 1/2 inch tab just a little notch as well. All right, now we're going to notch in right here, and we're going to cut off this entire piece over here. So I'll lay this down so you can see what I've done so far. So we've just worked on the bottom so far. This is the lid, this is the little flap, so it's going to go together like that kind of. So that'll be our flap. What we want to do actually is just cut off all 3 of these panels over here. So I'm actually going to grab my paper trimmer because cutting a straight line is a little bit challenging. So how's the best way to do this? I'm going to just cut along this line right here. So I'm going to line up my score line right in my little gutter area right there. I'm going to use my blade and just cut across just like that. Okay, so we just cut that off, and this one I can do with my scissors. And just cut down this score line. Let's see, I want to just make sure that I get right inside it. So we cut it all off. So you can save this. You can use this for punching or die cutting little pieces. That's a good scrap. All right, so this is what your box should look like. This is going to be your basic box. Now for this piece, we are going to get our paper trimmer back out to trim this one up. Now this is scored directly in half, so it doesn't matter which is the top and which is the bottom. And these are all divided into thirds. So again, it doesn't matter which way you hold it. It's all the same in either direction. So we're going to start with our paper trimmer, and what we want to do is cut diagonally from one of the middle score lines, so from right here, and we're going to cut diagonally to that next score line. Okay, so just line up those score lines right in the little cutting area. We're going to trim that off. So you're going to get that. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Trim off, so you're just trimming off a little triangle, just like that. Okay, now before we put our, our trimmer aside, we're actually going to cut up these score lines right here. And I want to trim these just a little bit shorter. These are going to be our some glue tabs, so I want to make them about 1/2 inch. So I'm going to fold this middle piece out of the way, and I'm going to line up this middle piece on this score line right here at that 1/2 inch line on our paper trimmer, and then I'm just going to cut it. Cut both of these. Oh, don't cut all the way. And go all the way up on that. Nope, just trim it just like that. Okay, so let me get our paper trimmer out of the way. I'm going to show you what we have now. So we have kind of a weird shaped piece of paper. All right, now we're going to go through and we're just going to trim off these at a little bit of an angle. These are going to be glue tabs. Every time I have a glue tab, I like to just trim it at an angle. And that just helps any little imperfections in scoring or cutting go together. Okay, so that's your little inside piece, your little shelf piece, if you will. And let me straighten this up just a little bit. So let me just take this out just a little bit. Okay, so that's our inside piece. This is our outside piece. And I actually have diagrams of both of these on my blog later. I have the diagram of this whole thing scored, and then I have a diagram of how to trim this on my blog when it posts later. Okay, so let's work on, we do have a couple more little things to trim on here. I just want to round the corners up here. This is our little flap, so I want to round these corners. And this will go in. I'm using my detailed trio punch for this. I love this corner rounder. So we're just going to round those corners in there. And we have one more thing we need to round our corners for. We have a little piece of DSP that goes on that flap. And so I want to round those corners, but this is a little small to fit in here. This piece of DSP is actually 1 5/8 by 5/8. I'm just going to grab a smaller corner rounder for this one. Whoops. And see if I can do it. Now, if you have a directional DSP, you want to make sure you're just rounding the bottom 2 corners. So let me just get this in here. Just want to round these bottom 2 corners. You can do this with the detailed trio punch, but it's a little small. All right, now before we put our box together completely, I want to add all my DSP pieces. So I have 4 pieces, well, 5 pieces, but I have 4 pieces that measure 1 5/8 by 1 5/8. These are all going to go on here in the directional pattern. And then I have another piece that is 1 5/8 by 1 5/8. That's going to go upside down. That's going to be the lid. And then this one will also go upside down, just like that. So we're going to glue all those on. And I am going to use just my Stampin' Seal for this. Let's see, there we go. Just glue each little one onto those little squares. There's only going to be a slight little, like 1/16 of an inch border on it. If you wanted a bigger border, you could cut them at 1 1/2 inch squares. That would give you a little bit bigger border. All right, you can make this box, because we're using a little Valentine candy, you can make this box with our Sweet Talk DSP too. That is our Valentine DSP in the mini catalog. I think this Rainbow DSP, I'm so in love with it. It's so good. All right, This one, make sure you put this one on upside down, because when your lid, this is going to be your lid, so you want to just make sure you're looking at it the right way. If you have a directional pattern, if you use a pattern that's not really directional, you don't have to worry about that. All right, and then this one goes on, and you just want to match up your score lines or your rounded corners on this one. All right, we are ready to assemble our box. So let's get some tear and tape. I'm going to put a little bit on my little flap here. Peel that off. Maybe. There we go. Peel this off and then just even fold it up just like that. And that is pretty much your box. We're going to fold in those tabs that we notched. This is the back. This is the front. So we're going to put glue on the front tab. And then peel that off. You can put glue on the back tab too. You can glue them all down if you want. There's not any weight on the bottom of this box, so it doesn't need a lot to hold it together. All right, so this is our box, just like that. Isn't it cute? So you could really fill this with anything, and just this even tucks in just like that if you wanted to tuck it in. But this is pretty much our box. Isn't that cute? All right, now we're going to come back to this piece right here. This is our little shelf piece, like I said. Now for this piece, we have some more DSP. We have some different patterns of DSP. So I have 3 squares that are 1.5 inch each, and this is just that Bermuda Bay pattern. Really cute. So on one of them, we're actually going to cut it in half diagonally. So get out your paper trimmer again, and we're going to cut this in half diagonally. Just make sure those points right in that little cutting groove, and just cut that in half diagonally. Okay, so now you have 4 pieces of DSP. So we're going to put the 2 squares are going to go on the inside here. So this is, we've scored it, it's folding up this way, so we're going to put them on the inside. So one here, and we're going to put the other one right next to it. And this one doesn't really have a directional pattern, so it doesn't really matter how it goes. If you want the diagonal lines to go in the same direction, it's a square, so it doesn't matter. And then we're going to flip it over, and our little triangle pieces are going to go on the outside, just like this. For this, I'm going to use some liquid glue just so I can get into those little corners. Okay, just a little bit. This liquid glue, a little goes a long way. So I'm going to just set that on there, a little tiny border. And this one as well. And directly on that next one. All right, now we are going to put our little shelf together. So we're going to flip it back over, and we're actually going to add adhesive to these little glue tabs on the side with the squares. So a little here and a little here. Okay, peel that off. There are a few steps to making this box, but once you make 1 or 2 of them, it actually is pretty easy to make. You can make a bunch of them, and it just is such a little wow factor. So we're going to glue this to the bottom of this square right here. Okay, so just kind of fold it over and fold over this side, just like that. Okay, isn't that cute? So you have a little shelf. Isn't that adorable? Now the side that we have all of our tabs folded over, that's actually going to be the side that's going to glue in the box, just like that. Now we need to add our little treat though. Now if we were to just put our little Reese's heart on here and glue this in here, when you close it, the heart's going to fall into the box, and we don't want that. So I'm actually going to use a hole punch. This is just a regular standard hole punch. I'm going to punch a couple of holes in here. Just punch just a couple. You don't need a lot. And I'm going to use some of our Simply Elegant trim. And before I put that, actually, no, I'm going to put that through. I'm going to cut off a little length of that. Where's my scissors? I'll cut off probably more than I need, but you guys know me. So up through the bottom and then back out through the top. Maybe. And I don't know what it is. Camera and ribbons, they don't work together, do they? All right, so we have our Simply Elegant trim, like poked through there. And just to hold our little candy down, I'm going to just use a dimensional just on the back of it. And I'm just going to set that right well, I'm going to set it right side up. Just set it right down into the center of our little shelf there. So it's not going to move now, but just for extra security, we're just going to tie a little bow around it. Plus, this is just extra cute. So we're just going to use our silver Simply Elegant trim and tie a little bow. And now, because this is like a heart shape, the bow's going to want to go off to one side, and that's okay because it's the dimensional's really holding it in place. We don't really need that the ribbon to function to hold it. If you were using something that was more symmetrical, like a little square object, the ribbon would probably work a little better. This is really just for decoration, but isn't it cute? Still so cute. All right, we are ready to adhere this into our box. I'm going to use some tear and tape. I'm going to put 3 pieces on the back of this just to make sure that it sticks nice and secure. It's going to be moved around quite a bit, so just add all of that adhesive on there. I'm going to peel this off. This is probably the hardest part. You can also use liquid glue for this part if you don't want to deal with tear and tape. Or you could put the tear and tape on it before you put your candy on it. Okay, come on. There you go. All right, so we have all of our glue on the back. And this is just going to go right onto our lid right here. Now the shelf part is just a little bit smaller, so it's not going to go edge to edge, so just kind of try to center it right in between those score lines. And when you open and close your box, your candy pops up. Isn't that amazing? And it wasn't too hard, right? A little bit of scoring, a little bit of trimming, but it totally works, right? All right, let's get to decorating our little box. So this is what we're gonna decorate it with. And I've already die cut this little piece. This is die cut from the thick Whisper White because this is the little tag that's gonna hold it closed. I wanted to use something a little bit sturdier than just our basic white. So I'm using thick basic white for this. So we're gonna stamp our greeting on it. Again, our greeting comes from that Rainbow of Happiness bundle. I'm using Misty Moonlight. We're going to just stamp our greeting, a little something to brighten your day. So cute. Now I wanted to highlight that rainbow on the top here. I mean, this is cute enough as it is, but I wanted to color in those little rainbow arches. So I'm going to grab some scrap paper, and I have 4 colors. I have Magenta Madness for our top arch. I'm going to use the thin side of my Stampin' Blends just because this is a thin little piece and I don't want to get it on the next arch. So you just go through and color each arch. I like the Stampin' Blends for this. You can use our Stampin' Right markers for this, but I like the Stampin' Blends for this because they bleed through. So you can, you'll be able to see that from both sides. Just put some on, okay. I'm gonna use Daffodil Delight for our second arch. I'll move over here so I can see that arch a little better. Okay, I'm going to just go around the little outside edges here. Okay, super cute. Isn't that looking so cute? All right, Granny Apple Green for our next one. And then we have Bermuda Bay for our last one. So let me just get that done. You can also die cut this in multiple colors and then just glue the little arches on. But I think coloring it is actually quicker and maybe a little bit easier. You don't have to glue those tiny little arches. Okay, there we go. We have our little rainbow all colored in. Love that. All right, now to add little clouds, I use the dies that go with that bundle, and I actually die cut these clouds out of our new Mother of Pearl paper. And actually, let me grab that because, oh, I have a whole stack of stuff here in the way. This Mother of Pearl paper is so gorgeous. It's, you kind of see that shimmer there. It is, it's super glossy, but it is so sparkly, like glitter paper. It is gorgeous. It's, it intrigued me when I saw it in the catalog and I bought it. And when I got it, I loved it. It was so beautiful. So make sure you add that to your list too. I'm just going to use these little edge pieces here. I'm going to put those onto our, let's see, just put that on the cloud. The backing came off, so I'll just pull that off. And this one, just right on the back, just like that. And this one will go on this side just like that. So if your coloring's a little off on the bottom of the arches, that's okay. Isn't that cute? That paper is so stunning. All right, we are almost done, guys. I gotta move all my trash out of the way. Now, I mentioned that I was using magnets to hold mine closed. This one has a magnet. You could use Velcro if you maybe have little ones around. You don't want the little magnets. You can use Velcro as well. That will work too. All right, so I have these little tiny little button magnets. If I can get them out. I got these from totalelement.com. You can also get these on Amazon though. I've seen them on Amazon, just so you can. So I have two. They are super strong, so I'm going to keep them far away from each other. I'm going to put one down over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use mini glue dots to put them on. I'm going to pick up a mini glue dot. Oh, just stuck to my scissors. I'm going to put it on the back of one of those magnets. And I'm going to open up my box and I'm going to stick it on the inside about just below half, I guess so. Pulling out your scissors is the hardest part, so it's stuck to the magnet and the glue dot. But you get your magnet in there, press it down, and then just drop this one on top. The right sides of the poles will line up together so you don't have to worry about any of that. Stick a glue dot on there. Okay, so that's going to be ready to close up in just a second. And where did my dimensionals go? I swear, am I looking at them? Here they are. We're going to put a dimensional right here on the flap just to hold our tag. Then you're just going to set this on here. The rainbows are going to go up above the box. So just set that on there, kind of center it, stick it to the dimensional, and stick it down to the magnet. Lift it up and just give that magnet a little press. Everything will line up just perfectly. So that, isn't that cute? So you have your little treat box, the shelf that pops up, and it just closes perfectly. Again, you can use Velcro if you don't want to use the little magnets. You can't find little magnets, you can use Velcro. All right, final finishing touch. We have this gorgeous brushed brass butterflies. It is a tongue twister. These are my favorite. I think I've gone through almost a full sheet of these as well. This is my second sheet that I've started. So these are another one of my favorites. Make sure you add these to your next order as well. All right, and that finishes up our box. You can also add some ribbon. If you wanted to tie ribbon around, you can tie ribbon around the top. Just make sure you do that before you adhere your little shelf piece so you can get it around the top. But I think it is just super cute, and I think that anybody who gets this will just be completely wowed by the magic of it. It's totally magic. It just pops right up. It's so fun. I could play with it all day. I have been playing with it all day. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for our first Sale-a-Bration Celebration. I will be back every Sunday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you want to check in, see what I'm focusing on, make sure you join me 10 a.m. Mountain Time every Sunday right here in my VIP group. Next week, we will be doing the Awesome Otters stamp set. I have a really cute card in mind for that one. So join me for that. And I will also be live on Wednesday in my business page, probably at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Again, I have to check with my husband's schedule as we now share an office thanks to COVID. So thank you guys so much. If you do need to order any supplies, please send to my online store. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. If you need to order any supplies, please send to my online store. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. It really helps me find new people and tells YouTube that you really like these videos and you want to see more. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will see you next week. Bye.